All right, we're here and it's nearly 5 o'clock. This is our second dinner in this series of dinners across our 10-year celebrations for St. Peter's birthday. Tonight is a very special night. I'm cooking with my mentor, Peter Doyle, formerly of Est Restaurant, that held 3 hats in the Good Food Guide, and somebody who for 40 years was just, you know, probably known as the godfather of modern Australian cooking. And an amazing man. So for tonight, what we've done is we've taken a lot of the greatest hits that Peter's had, and we really wanted to not only celebrate St. Peter with 10 years, but we also want to, you know, pull Peter out of retirement and bring him back to centre stage where people can really celebrate how much this man has done for the Australian food industry at large. Fingers crossed Peter has a fantastic night. I'm buzzing. I think this is going to be the best night, and it's not often that the man that you met when you were 16 years old comes to your restaurant and gets to cook alongside you. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
My name is Kieran Bellamy. Tonight we've got Peter Doyle in tonight. Super excited. Peter Doyle of Est. Formerly, for many years, Josh worked for Peter as his senior sous, and kind of the backbone of the foundational recipes that we've got here at St. Peter all come from there, or a lot of them. So it all kind of feels quite normal and familiar what we're doing today. We've got an amazing 11-course menu where a lot of the dishes we're doing are stuff that are in Peter's book, and we're kind of looking at photos of that and then recreating that in our crockery, in our space. And then a few adaptations, like here we've got Matt with wonderful dry aged elephant tuna, which will be what was the venison course back there. This has been dry aged, and then we're glazing in some muscovado and soy, and then it'll be cooked over the barbecue and spiced in juniper, coriander and black pepper. And that's something that we do here most weeks when we've got tuna on, and it's something that was being done back then on the venison, and it's going to go with wonderful celeriacs and parsnip, and also some chocolate. So very classical flavours in a sense for a venison dish, but also very new back then. Kind of feels normal now and been done, but then it was right at the forefront of what was new.
When I was 16, then I was in my first year of my apprenticeship in Newcastle, where I grew up, and then I was working for this restaurant. We got invited to go and cook at another restaurant to raise money for kids with cancer, but coincidentally I was receiving a scholarship from the people who were hosting that lunch, and it was I was given my first set of knives from this thing for the scholarship money, and so I was turning up prepared to cook with my team, but then speak on stage to sort of receive this thing and tell a bit about my story.
You think you can speak well now? You should have heard him as a 16-year-old.
To see dishes getting prepared in front of us, it was amazing. But then Peter watched me speak, and then we had a bit of a chat, and he said, "Oh, you should come down and see us at Est." And I said, "Oh, that'd be amazing," you know. And that was it. And then Peter's team left, and I went up to my chef and I said, "Chef, can I have the day off tomorrow?" And then the chef goes, "Yeah, what's happening?" And I said, "Well, Peter just said that I could come to Est, and you know." And I'm like, okay. He's like, "Okay, go." No booking, dressed up to the nines, ready to go. Pete's come out all in white, top to bottom, and walks over and he goes, "What are you doing here?" And I said, "Well, you said to come." And he goes, "Well, I only saw you yesterday." Anyway, and he goes, "You hungry?" And I said, "Yep." And so then from pretty well 12 till about 3:30 in the afternoon, got fed by everyone. Yeah, it was a wonderful meal, and Pete said, "Well, are you looking for work?" And I said, "Yep." And then I pretty much, you know, took a job unknowing. I just said, yep, great, yep. And then I got home that night and I said to Mum and Dad, "All right, I'm moving to Sydney, I'm going to work for Peter Doyle at Est." And they said, "No, you're not." And I said, and there was a big blow up, and I was upset, and basically they said you need to stay at the restaurant that that you're working at now for longer, because they've given you the opportunity to start, and so great advice thinking back on it, but bad in the moment. And then 8 months later I called Pete and I said, I'm ready for that job now, and he goes, well, we just run Restaurant of the Year and we got 3 hats again and everybody wants to work here. So I went and off and worked everywhere else, and then finally I got my shot to go and work at Est, and not because he's here, but genuinely the best place that I worked because of how much I learned.
I'm excited to be here, and I'm sure it's all going to be perfect. That's why I'm here, so otherwise I wouldn't be here. So I have total faith in everybody, and I know Josh is going to do a great job, and I'm sure he's going to lead you to do a great job, so let's have a good time. Good.
So what we've got in here, this is Palm Cove mud crab. So we've just cooked the mud crab, and then we've picked it, we've popped it in the little ring, and then we take that out. And then what we're going to do is these little red peppers that we've cut very finely, and then we just neatly organise them on top. And now this is marsh, baby marsh, little bouquet. And then we carefully pop it in the top, in the hope that it wants to stay on top. I'm going to pop a wee bit of olive oil down and in. So this is a dish that doesn't carry a huge amount of seasoning because you've got all this beautiful salinity that comes from the crab. Obviously we're cooking the crab in salt water. And then over the top you've got this jalapeno infused gazpacho. Just make sure this is clean around the edges. I've probably gone a little bit, we don't want to have drips of oil. So mud crab dressed, and then the red peppers, the curly peppers. This is the marsh, like lamb's lettuce. And then the jalapeno infused gazpacho. You guys go to the table, and then it's a matter of pouring down the sides. So this is 45 mils. Pour it all out like that, and that's it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Cool.
Yeah.
Happy?
Amazing. Yeah.
Fresh water.
Freshwater fry.
Freshwater lobster. Native to southwest Australia, like Margaret River area.
These ones from Maitland.
Yeah, same bloody thing.
It is about half an hour.
That's halfway across England. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it is. That's the north-south divide. Half an hour.
It's been amazing seeing it all day though. Brings back a lot of memories and tastes and all that kind of thing.
Let's go, mate.
What was Josh like as a 17-year-old?
Irritating, like all 17-year-olds. No, he's always been very level-headed and, I mean, yeah, serious without being serious and well-balanced. So he had a good head start, and he's gone on with it from there and kept the same balanced look at life. So, and I can tell, like, he's 17, 16-year-old, he gets up and speaks like that in front of 120 people. Like, not everyone can do that. So it was very impressive, the first time we ever met. So,
Quite confident.
yeah, exactly, and told his story, and he's still doing that now. So, no, but yeah, it's a gift. It is.
So this is a technique that we do here at the restaurant on our charcuterie course, where we make a John Dory liver pate. And one of the first dishes I ever had at Est was foie gras, so duck foie gras, and it was with a Sauternes jelly, and then a little wedge of peach, and a few dots of vin cotto, which is like almost like balsamic, reduced balsamic, and a little pile of watercress. It was amazing. And then on the side it had this big piece of toasted brioche, and I just thought that was the best. So what we've got is this brioche underneath, then a thin layer of quince that's been cooked overnight in the oven, and then a layer of this beautiful John Dory liver that we're referring to on the menu as foie gras, and then a champagne jelly over the top. So this one in 2 bites. Again, a nice opulent, rich way to start this amazing meal with this guy. This guy.
I mean, this wasn't really.
I mean, this is a really good example of a dish that we used to cook at Est with venison. So tonight's tuna, and it's with juniper, black pepper and coriander around the outside. The pepper sauce using the tuna bones, a little celeriac puree, glazed piece of celeriac, beetroot, chestnut, the potato and semolina gnocchi, chocolate coffee crumbs, and then some amaranth. So, pretty good. But a different experience this evening, and one that's far more personally connected to me. Peter is somebody who, since probably the age of 15, I've greatly admired. He made the Hall of Fame in my bedroom on posters of the chefs who I wanted to be like one day. And then Est is a very special restaurant for us, and something that I feel like as a foundation of technique and also aesthetic that I've carried into the food that we do at St. Peter. And hopefully a lot of what you're eating this evening feels quite seamless and almost as if it's always meant to have been here, because that's how we feel in the kitchen. So thank you very much for being here. It's very exciting for us and for our team, and a big thanks to our team as well, because these types of experiences are very difficult to mobilise just like that and then turn them off the next night, and then we're back to regular programming tomorrow, and then for Helio Martinez next week. So it's a busy few weeks, but we're really enjoying it. So thank you again. Thank you.
Well, we're coming to the close of a great service, and it's been great to be here. Congratulations to Josh and Julie for their first 10 years. And I'm honoured to be here, and it's been a fantastic night, everyone working together. Even the guy on the photography is doing a good job. You'll have to enter it now, see?
That's
Sorry.
staying in.
So, no, it's been great. And I mean, Josh's interpretation of my food, for want of a better word, has been amazing. So he's a skilled craftsman, and I mean, I'm very proud of what he's achieved. So that'll do. Go away.